Terrifying explosion at Starbase. Massive explosion during SpaceX Starship 36 static fighter sparks setback ahead of planned launch. SpaceX, the world's leading private space company, faces significant setback when its newest and largest rocket, Starship 36, exploded during a critical pre-launch test at the Starbase facility in Texas. The incident occurred late Wednesday night at 11 p.m. local time during a routine static fire test at the Macy's Testing Center. Now let's get into the story in detail on this AI podcast.
Okay, picture this. This absolutely huge rocket, it's all prepped for a really key flight. Then suddenly, middle of the night, bam! A massive fireball just erupts, lights up the Texas sky. You could see it for miles around.
Yeah, those videos went everywhere instantly.
Exactly. A pretty stark reminder of just how dramatic space exploration can be, right? So today, we're going to dig into that fiery setback for SpaceX, the Starship 36 explosion.
Right.
Our mission here is to really unpack what went down, figure out the immediate fallout, and maybe what this tells us about, pushing the envelope in space today.
The risks involved, definitely.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. The scene is SpaceX's Starbase down in Boca Chica, Texas. It's late, 11:01 p.m. local time. They're doing what should have been a pretty standard static fire test on Starship 36, getting it ready for Flight 10.
Which is a big one for them, a key test flight.
A really key step, yeah. Validating the engines before they actually launch. But then things went sideways, fast.
Yeah, sideways is putting it mildly.
An unexpected malfunction, and then this huge explosion. The whole rocket just engulfed in flames immediately.
A blinding fireball, like you said, lit up the whole area.
And those images, wow. They were all over social media almost instantly, just captured the sheer force of it.
It's quite something to see. Now, that static fire test, as you mentioned, it's a really crucial procedure.
Right. Explain that a bit more. What happens there?
Well, the rocket stays put. It's anchored firmly to the pad, but they ignite the engines, just briefly.
Okay.
The idea is to check the performance, see if the systems hold up under full thrust, find any problems before you actually try to fly.
Makes sense. Find the flaws on the ground.
Exactly. And the local sheriff's office, Cameron County, they confirmed it later, said the explosion happened during those test procedures, a failure during the test.
So beyond the immediate shock and the visuals, what does this actually mean for SpaceX, for their plans?
Well, the immediate impact is pretty significant. This explosion, it's almost certainly going to delay Starship Flight 10.
The one they were prepping for.
The very one. And that flight is, like we said, a really key milestone for them. They're refining this massive, fully reusable rocket system. It's their next generation launcher.
So this isn't just like a paint scratch.
Oh, no, far from it. The engineers, they're now going to be focused completely on figuring out what went wrong, the root cause. They'll be digging through all the data, telemetry, and then redesigning whatever parts failed.
So a definite pause.
Yeah.
Especially for a company that usually moves so fast.
A significant pause, yes, for a company known for its, let's say, breakneck pace.
But this isn't exactly SpaceX's first fiery incident. It feels like their whole way of working kind of embraces these big setbacks.
Yeah, what's really fascinating here, I think, is that it's not just about recovering from failure. It seems like failure is almost built into their development process. It's part of the plan, in a weird way.
Awesome.
Well, SpaceX has this long-standing reputation, right? They see incidents like this, these explosions, not really as failures in the traditional sense. They see them as learning opportunities, really valuable ones.
So they expect things to break.
To some extent, yes, especially during development. Their whole philosophy is iterative design, rapid testing, build, test, fly, sometimes fail, learn, repeat, faster.
Right.
So each explosion, maybe paradoxically, isn't a full stop. It's actually a source of high-fidelity data. A lesson learned, often brutally, but learned quickly. It helps them accelerate overall.
They literally blow things up to learn faster.
You could put it that way, yeah. It sounds dramatic, but it's been effective for them in the past.
So thinking bigger picture then, this isn't just a story about one company or one rocket, is it? It kind of speaks to the whole challenge of space exploration.
Absolutely. I mean, this event, it's such a visceral reminder, isn't it? Reaching for space means dealing with incredible forces, complex systems, and frankly, a lot of unknowns.
Things can go wrong, spectacularly wrong.
Exactly. It just highlights the immense complexity, the inherent risks in launching anything, let alone people and heavy cargo, off the planet. Every single test, every launch attempt, it's pushing engineering right to its limits.
So now everyone's watching SpaceX.
All eyes in the aerospace world are definitely on how they respond to this specific failure. And, the big question is when they can realistically get back on track for Starship Flight 10.
So what we've really seen here with Starship 36, it's this mix, isn't it? Incredible technical ambition, huge risks, but also this surprising resilience built into the approach. It defines that cutting edge of space travel.
A very volatile mix sometimes.
Yeah, and it leaves you, the listener, with a pretty important question to think about. What does this constant back and forth, this dance between ambition and setback, really teach us about where exploration is heading? And maybe, what will you be watching for as SpaceX picks up the pieces and moves forward?
How does SpaceX approach to testing and failure differ from other space agencies like NASA or Blue Origin? Don't forget to comment it. Thanks.